everybody. Fall in, at attention. You are locked into another episode of the Husker Army Podcast, brought to you right here by the great folks over at Herd Sports Network. And of course, everybody over at the Husker Army Facebook fan page. Make sure you go check them out, become a member. Make sure you become a member of the Husker Army, I believe it's 2024 page or whatever it's called. Something's going on with the original one. Few will get it figured out. He always has. He recovered that thing from being hacked like a year ago. I mean, this guy won't let it go. So get a chance. Hop on over there. And, of course, if you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification icon. You'll know when our episodes are up before I even post it. That's I love the fact that before I post it, sometimes there's a couple of views. Damn. Some people like what we're doing. I appreciate it. Then, can't leave a comment, please do. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Usually it's right away. Then the last thing we got going for you here, we do have one more thing to plug after this, but the sweet merch, everybody. Go over to shop.herdatsports.com. Get yourself enlisted in the Husker Army Podcast. Get some sweet merch. We got the T-shirts, the Dad the Trucker hats, the coffee mugs, stainless steel tumblers, and the beanies. Still cold out. People need some beanies. As always, not the only colors and designs that this stuff comes in either. So that'd be great. How about over to shop.herdatsports.com? That's HURRDAT sports.com. All right. One more thing. The Husker Podcast family, the Husker family in itself, one of our own needs our help, everybody. And that would be the coach, B.A., Ben Adi, his wife, Hannah, their kids. They lost their home on January 25th to a house fire. And they need our help, everybody. They really do. And this is a family that royally deserves it. He's a diehard Husker fan. He's a high school football coach. Everything this man does is for his family. It really is. So if you get the chance, how to donate, you scan the QR code provided in this picture here. If you happen to be just listening, please hop onto the YouTube page or the YouTube channel, and just check this out real quick. Pause it, scan that QR code, select the Sheriff's Fund, and include the Audi family. That's AUDE family. Put that in the notes, or visit any First Option Bank location to contribute. All donations are going directly to the Audi family. So nobody else is getting anything here. Nothing's getting taken off the top. No taxes, nothing like that. This is just to help one of our own and an amazing dude that does nothing but be a family man. So if you got the chance, Husker Nation, check this out. Scan that QR code. Let's help one of our own. All right, everybody. I am your host, Brian Knutzen. With me, as always, former Husker wide receiver and multi-time national champion Kenny Cheatham. I don't know where the heck Matt is tonight. He's MIA, but he's not POW. I know that. He's not a prisoner of war. He's just missing in action right now. Maybe he hops on in a bit. I don't know. But our guest tonight, everybody, man, I was so glad I got to land this one because I have been dying to get a hold of this guy because it's hard to get current players on. So you go after them, right after their time here is done. But we got former Husker wide receiver Jahmal Banks. Jamal, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, man. Living and learning.
Living and learning. Man, that is the truth. That is the absolute truth. No lies detected one bit. That's for sure. Hey, Jamal, I got to know, man. This is something I've been dying to ask any player that has done the transfer portal. I got to know how the intricacy of it works. What really goes into being a transfer?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's like, diving in the deep end, and I heard an analogy is like, it's like speed dating. Like, you hop in there, for real. So, and then for my situation, I was a little worried, had a little doubt, but, my mom reassured me like, I'm the guarantee, and, no fear and just going in with some confidence. So when I got in, when you go in the portal, I guess there's like some type of system where your name is entered and then the coaches around the country can see. And the film on like PFF, it's all available to the coaches, so they can look up
Mm,
your prior seasons and all the games, and then they really just start hitting you up. And
mm,
Wow.
so I think my first real like situation, I think it was Purdue. They had flew in to where I
Ooh.
was at Wake Forest in Winston Salem. Came and talked to me in my house. Told me what they had to offer me. What they like about my game and how they saw me. Fit in their system. And then next thing you know, I had like 5 visits lined up.
Whoa.
And so mine was pretty cool because so my first visit, it was actually Wisconsin. So,
Oh.
they so they sent a car, to pick up my mom and I to the airport. We got to Madison, experienced that. And then I got a I got a car service to Purdue. No, okay.
What?
I
From Wisconsin?
I think actually, yeah, I think it was a car service to Purdue. I want to go look up how far it is from Madison to West Lafayette. Because if I remember right, that's what happened.
Oh, I bet I can find that. I bet I can.
Uh,
You go ahead right on and continue there, Jamal. I got you covered.
so however it was, I went from Wisconsin to Purdue, had my whole deal there with Purdue. Then I took another car service to what's South Bend, because Notre Dame is right in Indiana too. So I went straight from Purdue to Notre Dame,
Whew.
and then I had an option. It was between like West Virginia and Minnesota. And instead of going back to the East Coast, I ended up making a decision to just fly from South Bend and up to Minneapolis and visited with Minnesota.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was like 4. So I ended up, and then the last school ended up being Nebraska. I went back home for like a couple days. Ended up flying out to Nebraska. It was like 5 visits in like 8 days.
Oh,
Yeah, and it
okay.
was it was
Y-
yeah.
Your trip between West Lafayette and Madison, man, you're looking at just over a 4-hour trip,
Okay,
271 miles.
okay. So I think we did take it. We had a car service. I think so.
Woo!
Yeah. I think
mm.
Oh,
so.
my Lord. So it kind of sounds to me like you were pretty much almost Big Ten bound.
Yeah, yeah. Because I end up visiting Michigan too. Um, so I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly where that fit in. I think I had Michigan was a solo trip. Was
Mm.
a flight to Michigan and back. So yeah, basically Big Ten bound for sure.
Man.
Miami had hit me up, but they didn't know if they was gonna get Cam Ward yet, and so they didn't really want to tell me who it was. I had figured it was Cam Ward, but I just didn't end up waiting until to see, and then I ended up, Nebraska was my last visit, and a few days after, I made the call, the green light.
I'm selfish. I'm glad you didn't worry about that Miami deal. I'm glad you jumped the gun, man.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, like, why was it Nebraska? I mean, being pretty much your last physical visit, you got to see these other programs. I mean, I know Wisconsin's got decent facilities. I
Hmm.
know Notre Dame for a fact has good facilities.
Yeah.
But what I keep hearing is Nebraska's one of the top notch. So I gotta
Yeah.
ask, was it the facilities and everything that pulled you in?
Yeah, the facilities definitely played a role. Going off the check box, I feel like Nebraska checked off the most check boxes. I went up to Michigan. My mom looked Harbaugh right in his face and was like, "What are the percentages of you leaving?"
Oh,
And
Mm.
and I think just with some discernment, like my mom and I kind of figured that him and JJ were both no longer going to be with Michigan. So that was in the back of our mind
Mhm.
going into that decision. Wisconsin, they were in the process of hiring Kenny Guyton as their receiver coach.
mm,
Mm.
So as I'm leaving Wisconsin, I had a conversation with him. So that kind of played a little role. I didn't actually get to meet him. He a great, great dude, great coach, but that played a little role in the Wisconsin deal. Purdue, it just I didn't I wasn't sure if if I was gonna go there and we were gonna win. I
Mm.
love the staff. I love what they do. Great, it was a great trip. Uh, Notre Dame wanted me to commit on the spot. They get to playing the music. You in the stadium. I almost fell for it
Oh,
too. I almost fell
oh
for it.
man.
They get to play
Oh,
the music, and I told myself though before I went on the visits, like I'm not gonna make a decision until I visited all the schools I'm gonna visit. So it was tempting, but and then after I kind of like was putting them off a little bit, they was kind of moving on, and I still could have made the commitment there. They ended up because they signed Bo Collins, and then they signed Chris Mitchell, and I still could have had an opportunity to go compete and go play big time football because I almost went to Notre Dame when Sam had left after the 2022 season, but I ended up staying, get my bachelor's from Wake. So they always been in the back of my mind. It was kind of a dream school. And then, Minnesota, I don't know. Minnesota was cool. I just, I felt like Nebraska checked off more boxes as far as, where they saw me fit in, their program and, who they was bringing around me. Like, I was excited when I saw Isaiah Nair
mm.
come in to visit because I'm like, we got another outside receiver. That's just that power, that skill set on the outside can only make us better as a team. And yeah, man, I enjoyed my trip. I just felt like this was the one, and so I
Dude,
made my decision.
Kenny, could you have imagined one more year with Jamal, and then we would have had Dane Key and Isaiah Hunter as well, and then
Man,
Ja'Cory Barney for your little gimmick or gadget player there? Oh my God!
Yeah, that would have been
so,
nice, man. I mean, hey, man. I mean, yeah, that would have been nice.
for sure.
Dream scenario. But then who?
Yes,
But then who
Right,
knows if the other ones come? You know what I mean? But
right,
true.
perfect
right.
world. They're there. It's just for me personally, it's good to hear someone who's went through the portal explain it to people
Mm-hmm.
and see how it's going. Because so many people hear about the portal, I think they assume it's just easy jump and somebody wants you. But
What?
the
Nah.
catch 22 is there. The thing for me is there's always other coaches watching you play, and the film is always out there. They just
Right.
couldn't do it like they do it now. Players just gonna leave like how they leave now. So to hear you going on these trips because they're trying to get players in there that's seasoned and ready to go, so they don't have to coach them up.
Yep.
You're still going to go for the kids that they think had the potential, but it's okay. This guy's been playing. He's been performing. Let's get him. Let's get him in here. So, I mean, to hear you when you were saying the trips, I was thinking to myself, that's about you did that in about 5 or 6 days. Then for you to say 8 days, I'm like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, that's something, man. It's new for me to hear about it like that. You just hear about the portal. That's all we do is hear about it. But to
yeah,
Yeah.
hear someone explain how the process goes, because I didn't know they had the film in the database. I always
yeah. They
wondered,
do.
I always
Yep.
wondered how they knew. I mean, who's putting the film in the database? Because I know, is it your former school or is it someone that
Mhm.
just has game tape? Have they ever explained how that data of your
Uh,
games get in there?
I think it's called PFF. I think PFF has they have a system where all the game you pick a team and then their whole the whole game comes up like every game. So
Mm.
because
Damn.
that's you hear about PFF grades, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
And so they grade by going through the games and looking at pressures or play by
Mm.
literally it's literally play by play. Like they'll have. Now I'm not sure
Separ-
if you can click on the name and be
Separation.
like all every play that this person was in. I think it's like you got to watch, you got to go through the whole game and
That's
look.
what I
So
was
I'm
trying to
not
figure out.
sure.
I'm thinking they like, are they able to isolate that individual player?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you said,
yeah.
My
I'm
God.
sure they could. I'm sure they could.
mm,
See, that's why I wanted to hear from somebody that's actually been through it. Because, like Kenny said, we can only speculate as to how it works. We,
Hmm.
we we don't know what's going on the inside. So, getting to hear it from somebody that's actually been through it, that man, I knew it was probably complicated, but that gets ridiculous.
Yeah,
yes,
My
sir.
God.
it's for real. I had a teammate who transferred to a school and two senior players at his position came back, and he ended up having to hit in the portal again because it was
Mm.
like, I mean, and he found him a good spot, and he doing well, but it's like that it can happen just like that, you know.
God.
And it's a stat. I think it's like less than 37% of the people actually find a home, like that into the transfer portal.
Wow.
So like the odds are definitely not in the favor, but I think it's about who trusting, your film and then being able to, not necessarily settle, but just put in the work, just
Okay.
put in the work, trust your grind, trust your process. And if you can ball, they're gonna find you.
Yeah.
Now
See,
in
I
sports,
look at that what you said, and for me, I look at it and say he came back. Just that scenario in itself. I wonder how many coaches are being petty as hell.
Don't trust me. Easy. They don't like the way you talk or you do how you sound. Trust me. It's just like
You
you
know,
said. It's a
I mean,
big business.
you know, I get it. See, I mean, this is the type of shit I try to explain to people.
yeah.
They don't understand. The rabbit has the gun now. That's all it is. The rabbit has the gun. I mean, if I think this gives me a better opportunity to play, especially for someone like yourself who was already proven, I see you moving. Hey, I'm out of good here, winning, blah blah blah. This gives me a better opportunity. Difference. Now, I don't understand some of the youngsters who haven't had the film yet to do it, but then I understand because I came in the old system, and when we were stacked at like Nebraska, it was kind of like, yeah, you can play, you can go do, kind of wait your turn.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama, when they were stacking up, it was like, yeah, wait your turn. Now players are like, I'm not waiting. Nah, that shit is over with.
Mm.
So for me, and I hear it, I'm just wondering because I know, and people need to understand this. There's a whole bunch of asshole coaches out there being petty with those guys who have to come back. Now it's really in their hands because now you're back, and now I can really mess with your future and mess with how you play and get on the field and do the most petty stuff for you not to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just I wonder what percentage goes back to their original school that we
Yeah.
don't hear about that's in the portal. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's never talked about. It's never, it's just, so many in here, so many go get a chance, but they never say this amount of kids end up going back to their school.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't hear that. You don't hear about that.
Not at all.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, unless they put something out on social media, like a couple players for us that were going to hit the portal after this season and now have decided to stay, unless they put something out on social media letting everyone know, hey, I decided to stay, it's up in limbo. Most of us as fans, we ain't got a clue.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I gotta know, Jamal, what is it like to get on a new team, especially for only one season, when you've built the relationships and cohesiveness with your former team? You've already been there. Like I said, you've built those relationships with your teammates, the coaches. How hard is it to make that decision to be like, look, I got to do what's best for me, and it's going to have to be somewhere else?
Yeah, it's tough. That was actually one of the hardest parts. And and again, it was also kind of holding me back. And so that was something I had to think about. I'm like, I don't even want to go. Like a year ago, I'm like, man, we gonna win a natty this year. Wake
Yeah, you're
Forest, like that.
comfortable.
You feel me? And that's my mindset because I mean, I was there for 4 years. I gave Wake Forest everything I had.
Yes, you did.
I knew everybody's name from the walk-ons to the top of the totem pole. I knew,
You probably
everybody's
knew who the
names.
water boy
You
was.
feel me? I knew everybody's name, and I built so many relationships, so many connections. Like I'm gonna forever be a Demon Deacon, on and off the
I get
field.
it.
Like, yeah. So it was extremely hard to just. That was kind of holding me back from just entering. A part of that doubt was like, damn, I don't want to leave y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
you're comfortable. You were comfortable.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was comfortable.
That goes back to, like I was saying, Brian. You know, a lot of people don't understand. Most of the time, I literally just said this on our last podcast, that most of the time you're coming there with people at 17, 18 years old, maybe 19 for some, but you're there. If you stayed there 4 years, you're there. You grew up with those guys.
Yep.
You know the staff, you know the trainers, you know the cooks, you know the custodial staff, you know everyone, you know the ticket people. You literally know everyone.
You went from being a young man to a man.
Yeah. So these people have literally watched you grow. Like when we go back to Nebraska, because they watched a lot of us grow, they're like, I remember your dad and mom used to come in here and blah, 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 blah. I remember you just, came here, you a little baby face and blah, 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 blah. This isn't a trip. You guys are older now. I've seen you guys with beards and gray hair. They just trip off of us. But that's how much you're around them. So I couldn't imagine just going somewhere, jumping in, having to get busy, and trying to learn your teammates in that amount of compressed time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then it's no different in the NFL than when you get in the camp.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. But college is like you were saying, like it's a new life. Like my mom always says, like you got the responsibilities of a child and the freedom of an adult. And this is where
I like that.
Like this is where you almost kind of you find yourself, and you go through and you, like I said, you learn, go through a lot of trials and tribulations, and you figure out who you want to be.
I see why you turned out the way you did, Jamal. Mama Banks, a wise woman, dude.
For sure.
That is a wise woman.
Yeah.
I gotta remember that saying, man. I like that.
Yeah. Nah, she the one. But I think also the same, reason and the same aspects that got me to where I was, and the man I was, just the player I was through Wake Forest is what, allowed me to transition to Nebraska, because that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? I was born to adapt. And so that's just what I took when I went to another school. It's just adapt and be you.
Well, speaking of adapt, what was it like adapting from ACC football to Big Ten football?
It was a little different.
I was gonna say, I was wondering like what the similarities were, what the differences were, because you always hear Big Ten football, smash mouth ball, it's hard hitting, blah blah blah. But was it any worse than the ACC?
I don't. From a receiver standpoint, I could say I could say maybe it's different in the trenches, like with the O line and the D line. But as a receiver, ACC got some nice hard hitting safeties. They got some talented corners. So I think from a secondary standpoint, I don't think there's a big difference. I just say the biggest difference from Wake to Nebraska was the culture. Wake Forest is traditionally a basketball school.
Yeah.
They fit like, I don't say no more than 50,000. I don't think it's not a real football town.
Yeah.
I think, Winston-Salem, it's just not really a football town. So then going to Nebraska, 90,000, Nebraska got the whole state and some on their back, you know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different ball game.
We're everywhere, man. We are everywhere.
It's a big business over there. So that
so
was
with
definitely
you transferring, did you get any was there a whole lot of backlash from any Wake Forest fans or anything that you noticed? Because it happens. I mean, we see it when people transfer from here. We got boneheaded fans as well on Twitter and everything that'll say some just outrageous shit.
Yeah.
It just has no room to be said.
Yeah.
But is that anything you dealt with from any of the Wake fans at all?
Nah, I didn't deal with a lot of that. No, in public, I didn't deal with that. Like maybe it may have been some secret animosity, but but I had a lot of love at Wake, and most people just wish me well, and they was rooting for me.
I get it. Yeah, it was kind of the same thing when Adrian Martinez played here. He spent 4 years here from being a true freshman. Then that 5th or 6th extra year he transferred to Kansas State. I didn't hold any animosity against him for that. I get it, man. You gave everything you could here, man. And I get that you think that it's probably going to be better somewhere else. I understood. Now, in that same breath, I'm the type of person that in order to be a Husker for life, you need to finish your collegiate career here. So maybe in the future I get Adrian on the show, but in the back of just the bottom of my heart and the back of my mind, it's going to be saying, this is a Kansas State Wildcat graduate. Why the hell is he on here right now?
Yeah.
But I respect everything he did for here. So, yeah, I completely get you spent 4 years at Wake. Yeah, the fans, they probably completely understood.
Yeah.
That's got to be the toughest thing.
Yeah.
Now, while we're on the topic of the portal, I got to ask, what's your opinion on Dylan deciding to take off to Oregon? He was your quarterback last year.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Dylan, that's my dog. You know, we got a great relationship. I don't really know the ins and outs of it. You know, I know he had an injury. You know, TJ Leaf took over, did a great job. And I saw, you know, his brother decommit as well. I'm not sure, you know, how that plays a role in it. But honestly, I'm just excited for him. You know, I know Dante Moore's coming back, and I think he's just going to get an opportunity to go somewhere else and continue to develop, continue to be the leader he is, to continue to be the student he is, and just get better. You know, so I'm happy for him. I'm happy with him. You know, because I know
I
he's
ain't gonna lie, 100 keeping it 100 here, man. When they come to Lincoln in 2027, Moore will be gone, so likely Dylan will be the starter.
Yeah.
This place will not let him hear anything.
It's gonna be rocking.
Remember Colorado coming to
Oh
Lincoln?
that was different.
Exactly. Oh man. So let me ask you about that, dude. Finally, I've got somebody on here that was there, that played it, experienced it. What was that day like? Because man, I'm an avid Colorado hater. I will not even step foot in that state.
Yeah. I didn't realize how deep the rivalry really was.
Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying? So
bro. That's I mean, yeah.
I had a little
we don't fuck with them boys.
Yeah, I see. I had a little interview. It was like, you know, the news channel was in the building. You know, it was hot, man. It was hot. Like I had a little like interview that aired, you know, just with you know my story and just what I think about the rivalry and the you know tensions leading up to it, and then you know the flashlight just goes to the moment, like you know you get in the stadium and it's just like wow, like this is real. This war.
Yeah,
like
nah, we don't rock with them dudes. Like, I mean, this is just what it is. Like, we respect Oklahoma.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a mutual respect because that was a dog on dog.
It's a rivalry, but
year in, year out, dog on dog. You'll never ever, probably ever hear Nebraska fans say anything disrespectful about Oklahoma.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen because we, you know, this is what it is.
Yeah.
But the motherfuckers in Boulder, bro.
Jamal, this guy don't cuss on here much, dude. So he means this.
Nah, them dudes was disrespectful, bro.
Yeah.
Them dudes was disrespectful because they felt they were on our level and they weren't. And that was their coach who decided to make Nebraska their quote unquote rival.
McCarney.
So yeah, it's one of those where it's almost how you look at it, like Duke and Carolina respect each other.
Yes.
That's the Oklahoma, Nebraska.
Yeah.
But
that's a great analogy.
You say Wake Forest don't like. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
Who doesn't Wake Forest like? Is it NC State or is it more Duke or Carolina? Which one does Wake Forest football have the worst rival?
Yeah, who is Wake's like biggest rival?
I say NC State.
That's what I know that.
Yeah,
I know that.
I
know that. That's what I'm saying.
So
yeah. So yeah. So you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
it's just okay.
I feel you.
I mean, because they were very disrespectful. Kansas State was very disrespectful. So, because their coach Snyder was whatever his name, guy's name, just tried to.
Bill
He built
Snyder.
that program. Bill Snyder built that program up, but you got to understand we were the target for everybody.
Yep.
Everybody
to try to be. You 40-something years of ass whooping, and consistently 9.5 to 10 wins, and pretty much we've given up more national championships. We should have at least 10 more.
Probably, yeah.
With ease. We like you heard Brian heard me say this before. You wouldn't know this, but I'm explaining to you. We built Miami.
Yep.
I want you to think about that. Three in Miami's
well before your time. That's for sure.
3 of Miami's championships against Nebraska.
Yep.
We built
one
Miami.
was a shutout, though. One was a shutout.
Yeah,
I think it was 91.
But you think 92. Their first one was Nebraska, and that's because Coach Osborne went for it instead of kicking the field goal. We built Miami. We built Florida State. Florida State used to come to Nebraska and beat them in Lincoln in the 70s.
We were a staple in the Orange Bowl.
The foundation.
We built Florida State. I mean, it's just what it is. You know how many players, this is how dominant we were. And I'm not just talking about, I talk about before my time. And then we can go during. But you had a good game against Nebraska. Your draft stock was to the roof.
What?
Yeah.
Your bar was how you played against them.
Yep.
So, circling back to the jackasses in Boulder, them dudes, he recruited a lot of kids out of Southern California and got them out of LA with a lot of swag. And then that's when they became disrespectful because they weren't disrespectful before that.
Okay.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then that's when he got the Be Enemies and Mike Pritchard. Now I can name the team, Darren Hagens, all them boys. You know what I'm saying? And Alfred Williams. And I mean, we can go down the list. Them boys was disrespectful.
Yep.
And so, yeah. We
and their fans.
And their fans were because they can drink that sauce. So then they're right up on you. So you have beer bottles and just real disrespectful, bro. Just real disrespectful, bro.
If Matt was here, Jamal, he could tell you some stories of when him and his dad would travel to Boulder for games each year or every other year. And there was one time they tried picking a fight with Matt, and he was a 13-year-old kid. It's like, dude, our fans would come out, tires would be slashed, cars would be messed up, windows broken. It is bad. That's why that place was rocking so much that night.
Yeah.
Dude. We can't stand them. When they say Nebraska nice, not that night, dude. That was suspended for 24 hours.
Yeah, and we were all on the sideline too. Yeah, we were fired up about it because they were honoring our '94 team.
Yeah.
So
that was awesome.
Yeah, man.
Man. No, that game was different, man. That was one for the ages.
Yes, I mean, going back to the beginning of this conversation, when Dylan eventually becomes the starter at Oregon, and they have to come here in 27. Oh boy, I actually kind of feel bad for him. I do. You can let him know I said that, but man, it's gonna be so loud.
Yeah, I bet it is.
No All doubt. Right, so Jamal, what do you got going on the horizon here? I mean, look, your NFL time ain't done, man. You've got a lot of gas left in the tank. And just like we were talking with DiCaprio Boodle last week, who was a Super Bowl champion with the Chiefs, he's still got gas left in that tank. So what are we going to be looking about you in the future coming up, man?
Yeah, I just recently signed to Winnipeg.
I saw that post.
Yeah. So the season starts in May. They play a 20-game season plus playoffs.
Ooh.
And then there's a window from November to January to get back in the league. So that's my timeline right now. My boy actually just signed a contract, played in the CFL for a year. coming out of Wake Forest, and he just signed to the Minnesota Vikings. So
Hell
that's my timeline.
Now,
yeah,
like
that's
we
good.
just had a previous conversation, try to steer away from Denver if you can. Try to steer away from Denver. All right, go ahead, Kenny. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that's good. I wanted to hear you say what you had for your plans and on the horizon.
Yeah.
That being said, because so many guys goes back to last week with decap, it's a business. So a lot of people think it's always the skills. It's a numbers game.
Definitely.
It is literally a numbers game.
Yes.
I mean, you think about it, you went through the camp numbers, and they're like, we got this guy. It becomes a numbers game, not only for the player, the amount and what positions and what they need for their offensive scheme, for their defensive scheme, but salary-wise, it's a numbers game.
All numbers.
You know what I'm saying? Especially, hey, this guy's a third-round pick, but or second-round pick, but this free agent is way better and performing way better. But we got to pay this guy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And people don't think that. And so I think what happens with a lot of young athletes is when they're going through it and they're going through it and they're going through it and they give up. And I think there's a stigma which we need to stop as how can I say it, football fans of downing the other leagues. You can go up there and have a hell of a career in Canada.
Yep.
One of our best corners ever is in the Hall of Fame because he had a hell of a career in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of Nebraska players went up there and had hell of a careers in Canada.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course, the goal is NFL, highest level, quote unquote, American football. You think money. You get what I'm saying? I get it. I get it. But if you can go up there and play the game and you love playing the game, you take your ass up there and you get loose and get busy. You know what I'm saying? And you carve out a career up there playing the game you love to play. And I know the money's much bigger from when I was getting ready to play. That was 99, 2000, 2001. Hell, they were offering me $90,000 back then for Canada, but I just physically couldn't do it. So, and I was like, hell, I can get that playing football. I ain't gonna get that walking into no job. You know what I'm saying? And this is after I was with the Giants and got in a car accident and got hit. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, I get it, dog. I get it. So just keep working, bro. Keep grinding.
I appreciate you, man. Because I also think it's in this age of competition and comparison, I think people like to judge their own story based on somebody else's. And sometimes, you know, we afraid to take that leap of faith and just, like I said, just trusting in your process and your own journey.
Yeah, you don't want to be coulda, woulda, shoulda, bro. You don't want to stop and then be sitting down like, damn, I wish I would have, I should have, because I could have. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, that's what happens. Like I explained to Brian before. Like when I got hit by the drunk driver and I rehabbed for them 2 years and I grinded and I busted my tail and I got back in shape and in the 2 car accidents and these people calling me, we want to work you out, we want to sign Canada and all this. And I'm like, I'm sore for 2 weeks after this workout. How am I gonna make it through a camp? I'm compensating this hamstring. Now my quad is, you know the game.
Yeah. It's a real conversation right there. Yeah.
And then when I stopped, when I was like, okay, I'm cool. It was more of I tried. My body failed me. I'm at peace with it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because if people think, oh, you wouldn't have went to Canada, shit, I would have been up there getting it in. I would have been in the arena getting it in. But my body just was like, So now you keep going, bro. Like I say, you carve one out in the NFL, hopefully, God willing. And but if you carve one out in the Canadian League, get up there, get your shine on, man. I got a lot of partners up there that's coaches and stuff too.
Yeah,
I'll put you up on game.
Yeah. Do that.
A lot of them that's coaches.
Yeah.
If you think about it, CFL ain't the only other stop anymore either. Besides the league, you got the UFL now.
UFL. I know somebody went out Germany, Japan.
Yeah. That's right. The European
Mexico.
League. I forget about that too.
Mexico, man, all type of places.
Check this out. I just had a homeboy who went to ASU. He finished with me. Derek Ford. He coaches at Modern Day, I think now. One of the assistant coaches up there. D Ford did. He was in Canada for a little bit. This dude may have done 20 years playing football?
Jesus.
Soldier.
20 years?
I didn't think that's even possible.
I know he was in Germany, Amsterdam, over there playing. Then he went to, I think, Japan playing.
Living it up. The X League. Yeah. Yeah, he living.
Good
So,
God.
it's
Yeah,
different.
I just thought of the UFL, man. I didn't even think about the European League, Japan. I watched some of those Japan League games on YouTube, man. It's football. I mean, it's 100% football. The rules are all the same, everything. It's just so odd. It's so odd to watch in the type of stadiums they play in and the fields and everything. It's just, you're like, good Lord, what the hell am I watching? I mean, it's football. It's football.
Really?
Bring back the LFL.
Oh, the lingerie football. Dude, it's still around. They call it the Legends Football League now, though.
Yeah.
It's still around, Kenny. Omaha had a team, and apparently they're getting one back.
I can't wait.
My sister actually plays. She plays for the women's professional team in DC.
Oh, wow.
DC Divas. So they play. They full pads. They just lost in the championship. I think it was to the Ohio team, maybe. They play real deal.
Oh, they are cracking each other.
But my sister, she played D-line. She be smashing. She be smashing.
Jamal, next time we have you on, dude, I want your sister on with us, man. I
gotta
get the sibling thing in here, man.
Yeah.
She played D-line. Holy shit.
Shout out
yes.
Kiera.
I bet she's got some good stories, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In the trenches. She's in the trenches.
Come on, they don't even run to her side.
Oh my God, dude, that's dominance. That's dominance. Oh my God. So, I mean, before we start wrapping it up here, Jamal, I gotta ask. You know, we just got through year 3 with Coach Rule. You know, historically with Temple, Baylor, the year 3 jump was supposed to be significant. It was so for the season. And some fans are getting a little bit restless. I still got the faith. I think he's going to turn some things around. Now, do I hear things here and there from some pretty credible sources? Yeah, but look, not everybody's perfect. So I don't really care about that. But your opinion on Coach Rule, do you think he's the guy going forward?
Yeah, I think he is. I think, he's unique. I think he knows how to lead a pack. He knows what to say. He knows who to get around him. And I think now it's really, going to come down to the intricacies of the team. As I'm talking about January, when we hitting that weight room. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about holding each other accountable. I'm talking about being there for each other. I'm talking about looking to your left, looking to your right, in front, behind you, and like, I got your back. We're gonna go to war. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what it comes down to in the trenches. Like, we could talk about all the situational, football, situational awareness, cool. That's great at the end of the day. But having soldiers, having warriors on the field can negate a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to talk about players. It's players, not plays. You know what I'm saying? And let's go make it happen. So it's like it's a double-edged sword. But I think that's what it's gonna come down to. Like, just being together. You know what I'm saying? You divided, you conquered. So I think it's another season coming up, and we're gonna see how it play out. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm always the optimist. You can ask Kenny. I'm the type of person that preseason, man, screw it. See y'all in Indy. We'll see you in the Natty. Yeah. We're going all the way. I'm die hard. Look, I can never predict us to lose a game. It's just not in me. I don't care how dire it looks. I don't care what the odds are. I don't care what the talent looks like. I don't give a damn. The year we were 3-9 by the end of the season, that was the year we played, I think, at Ohio State, or we had them in Lincoln, and we played them to the wire. I believed we could win that game going into it. Sometimes it is ridiculous, though. I know I'm being unrealistic at times, but it's just not in me.
Nah,
So
I feel you. I mean, I look back at our season. I mean, oh man, oh man, we were supposed to be in the playoffs, but
yes.
it's like there's a reality where we are. But all it
Yep.
took was one little play.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game of inches, man. It's a game of
Yes,
inches. We
sir.
don't even have to go over through the season. If you watch Nebraska football and you was watching the game, you could see one play away, one,
Yep.
2 plays away, man. And it's like, you wish you could take it back, but all it is for now is like the team that's about to go do it now can look back and like, let's not make this mistake again. Let's make this
Mm-hmm.
play. You feel me? And just put the
Now, the
city on
last
his
thing I
back.
wanted to ask, with Holgerson coming in last season,
Yeah.
in about the middle of the season, what was there like a huge change of feeling and how everything was looking as far as the offense goes once he came in?
Mm. I say that the offense, the scheme was pretty much the same. He added in a little, wrinkles, a few different plays, but he didn't want to make it difficult. The ultimate form of sophistication is simplicity. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it simple. We gonna play to our strengths, and that's really what it was. I think at the end of the day, it was about winning football games. And so I think we all came together. He was very stern. He spoke with conviction. And he's like, let's go win. So I think it was smooth. It was a smooth transition for real.
Good, good. I was wondering about that. I think that had a lot of bearing on Emmett, you know, when he
Yeah.
put his name in the portal and then Holgerson was hired full time. I think that
Oh
had a lot of
yeah,
bearing on Emmett sticking around. I mean, he may
yeah.
not
We
admit
we
to that in public.
we know what was up. So
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no.
yeah, we
His
know what was
style,
up.
getting the
Well,
running back in the.
not even the style. We just know what was going down.
Oh
So
yeah. But like getting the
yeah.
running back, getting him in the ball. Like I was
Mm,
excited when I seen his dual ability is running and catching.
yes.
Like Dana, Coach Hogerson loved, what I'm saying, getting the backs, the swing, the out routes, the wheel routes, and stuff like that. And that really benefited Emmett, to showcase his repertoire. So that was good to see for sure.
I'm gonna have to hit him up, see what the hell he's up to. I
Mhm.
gotta make sure his
Yeah,
fam's all right. I
yeah,
think they still live in Minnesota. Make sure everything's copacetic with them.
no, for sure.
So, and not to mention, just check in with him, see how everything's going with the
Hmm.
draft and all that stuff, what the preparations are. I try
Yeah.
to leave him alone as much as possible. I know he's a busy dude, just like I tell you, Jamal. I was like, nobody ever owes me an apology for taking time to get back to me. I know
Hmm.
y'all are busy. You got lives, dude. I mean, for God's sake, you got to worry about the CFL right now, not to mention keeping the training in. I know how busy y'all's lives get. So never, ever apologize that hey, I just saw this. Sorry, it took a few days or a weeks, months. I don't care. No apology ever needed.
Hmm.
So
So
I know you guys are
appreciate
busy.
yeah, appreciate y'all for sure,
Yeah.
man.
All right. Yeah. My cat's
Um,
getting restless. Good Lord, dude.
you
Calm
remind me your
down.
name again? I know it's Kenny right here on my right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kenny Cheatham there. And then you got Brian here.
Brian, for sure.
And then Matt would be he's our recruiting expert. Like this guy, when he found out you were transferring, dude, he was excited. He was like a kid on Christmas morning, dude. It is crazy. Like
Yeah,
the stuff he knows about recruits and where they're from,
yeah, he
what
follows
their
all of
stats.
that.
Oh, it's crazy.
that's
He
what's up.
should be a recruiter. He really should. I mean, somebody
Hey,
needs to give Matt a job on like
hey,
recruiting
it's
trips.
opportunity out there, man.
Dude, Matt would jump at it. He would jump at it in a heartbeat. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Jamal, I think we'll go
Uh,
ahead and wind it down, man. We've hit about the 50-minute mark. It's a Thursday night for us. I don't want to keep you too long. I know you got a busy weekend ahead of you. So, I mean, I can't thank you enough, dude. This was amazing.
for sure, man. I appreciate y'all. It's always good to,
Hey, man.
fellowship, man.
Yeah, work. Hey, work
Um,
on those. Getting those good running starts on those routes.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. For sure.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
let
How
me
you
tell you
gonna
something.
adapt to the CFL rules, man?
Let me tell you something, man. That's some of the
Yeah.
that was some of the best shit I ever did. in my Canadian tryouts, I said, I literally said, "You're giving me a head start on a route."
Yeah,
I'll never forget because my boy, because we practice, regular stuff and do my reps, and we'll go out there and do it. And it was for Calgary. Then it went in championship that year, and I was banged up, and Wally wanted to sign me. He was a coach at the time, GM, and I was like, oh. It was one of my boy, Travis, the one that got on that was with Barron.
Okay.
He was the starting. So me and Brian did one with Barron Miles, former DB, one I was talking about.
Yep.
And I was like, man, one of my boys, but he was like, hold on. And he wouldn't grab my boy, who was the starting receiver there, who's coaching up there with him. He was like, yeah, that's something. I said, big bro. He was like, oh, but anyway, long story short. I'll never forget I was running against this DB that was like all Pac-10 that was playing in Canada, but he wanted to go out there and see what the receivers had. And I lined up and I ran at him because I'm big. Because how tall? How tall are you?
6'3".
Yeah, I'm 6'5", bro. So
oh yeah.
so I run at this dude, and the coach said, I've never heard him say, "Oh shit," because he was "Oh shit," and I was up on him and by him so fast, he just stopped running, and he was like, that motherfucker is big and fast. He's like, I can't do nothing with that. But I was like, I said, hey, if I get up to y'all gonna have me not on the ball doing this? They were like, yeah. I was like, oh my God. I'm gonna score about 30 touchdowns doing this.
What? And the end zone 20 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my face was lit up. I was like, oh yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah. That was
gonna
like
be weird.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it only 3 downs?
It's 3. They punt on third.
Wow.
So
it's pretty much the same, besides the little minor differences.
Yeah,
the length of the field and that.
Field is wider, end zone's larger, where the goalpost is. But I struggled with, because of my size, arena was harder for me. Not as enough space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got like a 15-yard wide field.
Yeah. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I'm up on it quick, up on them running, starting. When I was doing the workouts, I'm like, oh shit, I got to slow down running to the end zone. So, but yeah, man, good luck with that, bro.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
If you get a call from the UFL at all, is there any chance whatsoever? Like, I know you signed with Winnipeg, but is there any chance whatsoever your name could be in the mix for the upcoming UFL draft?
Yeah, so they already had the UFL draft.
Did they? Shit.
Yeah, it was like a week ago or something like that.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was funny because I seen posts. They was drafting dudes that was already signed in the league. Like, so it was kind of a little messy, but it was cool to see guys getting opportunities to play. And I'm sure they'll be able to sign guys. But I think I'm gonna stick it out. The guy who recruited me at Winnipeg, he was actually at the Ravens training camp. And so, I've had that connection for a little while, since like last September, October, and just pulled the trigger on it. So I think I'm gonna stick that out for as far as this season goes.
Well, yeah, I mean, they took away my San Antonio Brahmas, the sons of bitches. So I got no team in the UFL anymore.
Yeah.
Dicks. I can't believe they did that to me. Like, they played in the Alamo Dome. That's like one of the best places for a minor league team to be.
Yeah. They should have brought one to Omaha.
I'm dying for one to be just in Nebraska.
Yeah, if
it's in Kearney or wherever, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go and watch. I'll drive. Oh God, Kearney's like 3-4 hours away. I'd still go. I'd go to at least one a season.
Yeah.
But if it's Omaha or Lincoln, I might hit up every home game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ain't got the Brahmas no more. They screwed me on that one. So it is what it is. But hey, if the UFL ever comes calling and the money's a little bit better, man, just take it. Screw it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's a fun league to watch, man. It really is. I'm glad they brought it back. Personally, I thought they should have just kept the XFL name. But Lorenzo, what are you doing, dude? Come on, man. Can't you see I'm recording here? Right.
Lorenzo's a mark.
Yeah.
He's my boy. He's my shadow.
Yeah.
No, not this way. Tell you what, jump on down, bud. There you go. Yeah, appreciate it. He's gonna knock a bunch of shit over. I knew it. So, all right, let's get the hell out of here. Let's all go enjoy the rest of what's left of our Thursday night. I work overnights, but not tonight. Hallelujah. I get to just spend some time with my wife. Great. Been dying for it. So, all right, guys, we'll go ahead and shut her down now. At this point, you know where to find us. Check us out on YouTube. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, leave a comment. You know where to check out the merch, shop.hurdatsports.com. That's shop.hurrdat sports.com. All right. And then one more time real quick. I want to show up that graphic just in case anybody didn't see it in the beginning for Ben Audi and his wife and kids. Check that out. Donate if you can. If not, just share it. That any type of help, even sharing, is more than enough at this point. So get a chance. Check out that QR code. Donate if you can. Great man. He deserves it. That whole family deserves all the help they could possibly get from Husker Nation right now. So that works for me. We'll get that out the way. And I guess, Jamal, where can everybody find you on social media quick, man?
Yeah, so Instagram is the THEMA1, the number 1 _. So that's where I'm at on Instagram. You can check out my music, Up Top Mall. It's on all platforms. Up UPTOPMAL, and Twitter or X Jamal B21. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know you were doing the music thing, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
My man, Up Top Mall, he be making music. I'll be releasing it for him.
Man.
Yeah.
Even Emmett did a song. He's done a couple songs already. I got the one.
Yeah, we and Emmett got a song.
Dude, Place I Call Home. That is like, I played that for my entire workout one day, and I work out for like 3 hours. I just kept hitting repeat.
Yeah,
I love that song, dude.
Okay.
He murdered that. I love it.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Right.
I dropped an album last May, so
Yeah.
it's like 16 songs on it.
Man, can we find that on Apple Music?
Yeah, it's on Apple Music. It's under Up Top Mall. The album is Authorized Chaos. But so yeah, but it's all my music under that Up Top Mall.
Shit, y'all heard it here now. And you had to have heard it or seen it. So now you know where to find it. That's the best part. See, that's why I like doing shit like this.
Yeah, you want to work out to something? You can work. I think you were like working out to strong.
Okay.
Yeah,
check it out, dude.
So,
I'm always adding new stuff to my playlist for working out, man.
Yeah.
And it's always stuff that's just hitting just hard as hell.
Yeah.
I've got to stay in that focused just mindset. It's got to be in. I'm not a beast, for God's sake, but I got to stay in beast mode just to feel like I am. So it works.
Hey, I know it.
All right, guys, you know where to find the show. You know where to find myself, Kenny. Now you know where to find Jamal on social media as well. So I guess that's it. We'll go ahead and shut her down. Last thing is, Husker Nation, Husker Army, at ease. We're all dismissed.